It's time for break down. Coming live right now.
What's going on? It's Odd Man of the Breakdown Show, and I'm honored and privileged to be sitting next to the Kid Famous himself. What's going on, man?
I don't know. I just felt like I had to rep Toronto. You know what I mean?
No doubt.
We're in this Blue Jays park, so I have to call Toronto T-Dot.
That's how it goes, man. That's one of the T-Dot artists out there that are doing a whole bunch of stuff. You're always working. You're always repping. Well, you're working hard and grinding as always.
WWDD.
WWDD.
What would Diddy do? You know what I'm saying? That's what I wake up to every morning. What would Diddy do? And then I proceed. Yeah. As we proceed.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's really what it is, man. Just trying to stay busy, Right now, I'm actually working on getting prepared. I actually got a tour with, Boogie right now.
Yeah.
And, we're heading out on the road. We're going to be doing some European dates, so that's going to be
with Onyx.
Yeah, with Onyx and I think Beatnuts on the second part.
Wow.
And then we're going to be shooting some videos out in London. Going to check out some people out in Amsterdam. It's just amazing, to be in some countries that, they don't even know English. Famoso, I'll be like, yeah, word. Nah, but it's going to be crazy, I think I'm excited. I'm very excited. I think I'm overexcited.
Yeah.
Something that I'm just stressing with right now is trying to fit everything into one carry-on, I think that's my biggest stress right now.
Good luck. Let's talk about your ascension in the hip hop game and what that journey's been like for you. You talk to different artists and talk about where they started from and where they reached and how they got there.
Right.
It's not the same for everybody.
Definitely.
And you yourself, you had your own journey. You did interning and you got your exposure. Right. You talk to people. What'd that look like for you?
Well, here's the thing, right? I think everybody kind of has a similar story. Just it's the story of working hard and determination. Like that story, essentially, everybody should have that before you do it. Right. But I think the way you get from A to B, that's the difference, right? But everybody got this, we go through the same emotions and stuff. For me, I took the intern route. I really didn't know what I wanted to do, so I just started interning everywhere. So I got lucky because one of my teachers, Jay McGarrigle, who loved me, she was good friends with the president of Universal Music, Randy Lennox. So when it was my time to do my internship, she just handed my resume and I got the call on a Thursday. I went down for the interview. I'm from Montreal, so I came down on the Thursday, did the interview on the Friday, and started on the Monday. So I was gone out of my crib. My mom and my sister were on vacation. So I just moved to Toronto. Didn't really know many people, but it was good because I got to focus on what I had to focus on, right? So just did the intern thing, and then from that point, I really found out what I wanted to do. I wanted to be the artist. I figured, why am I promoting all these other artists who I think are cool, but I think I'm way nicer, So why not just utilize the connects and all that stuff and just push my own stuff? And, I had success within the first 6 months. I opened for Nas, nominated for a Juno, Much Music Video Award. It was just an amazing year. But what it also did was let me realize that, in Canada, there's a certain max, and it was great. I'm so happy that I got to that point where I maxed out in a sense. So it was like, okay, now what? And I was like,
challenge.
Shit, yeah, exactly, right? So that's what I've been doing just the last 2 years. I've just been really trying to see how I'm going to conquer international and America, right? So, I mean, this tour is a big step, right? Right after that, I'm going out to New York, so I'm going to be working on some stuff out there. And I kind of got my game plan ready, so I'm ready to execute, accept different territory, and take everything that I learned.
Right.
From the Canadian territory. Because Canada is a great place for you to stumble and break and lose. It's not that bad, Right. So you learn, and then from that, I took that and I created my plan for, international, and now I'm about to go.
You know what's crazy? The fact that you didn't start off looking to be a hip hop artist.
Right.
That wasn't your thing.
Well, I just wanted to be an entertainer. I didn't want to be a hip hop artist.
Right.
In high school, I would do those shows, those talent shows, and I would just be like Mace and Biggie and Method Man, I really thought
those air guitar thing.
Yeah, we were going in, but I would just lip sync. I'd be talking like Mace, yeah, and the guys, but it was more just I just like the entertainment to it. I just famous, my name's famous, and that name actually is something that my boys gave me when I first moved out to Toronto. I would always call them and be like, you know, because we're interning at these spots like radio station Flow 935 and Universal Music and Sony BMG. You meet artists, right? Sure. Like the first event I ever did was like an Andre 3000 release, right? So that was like, wow. So I'm doing crazy stuff and I'm calling on my boys because remember I have no friends really. So I'm calling on my boys in Montreal and they're like, oh, you're famous now. And I'm like, wow, yeah. Let's stick with it. Let's stick with it. So, you know, and that's the thing. I think it makes perfect sense because like I feel famous is the type of character, you know. Yo, if you even watch my videos, go to youtube.com/thekidfamous and you're gonna see like just absolute madness from all around. Like I enjoy my life, you know what I mean? I have fun with everybody. Everybody.
Who mentored you? Which artist out there said, yo, let me take you under my wing and show you something? Or maybe they didn't extend their hand in that way, but you learned something from them. Who was that for you?
Oh man, I think that's everybody. I think yo, this is how I say it, and I always say it like this. When they ask who famous is, I go, Eminem meets Kanye West.
All right.
Styled by Fabulous's stylist.
Oh, boy. Whoa.
With the determination of Ashton Bishop.
Which is you.
And the mind state of Puffy in the 90s. Take that.
Mix that all up together.
Mix it all together.
There we got it.
That's it. And those are all my influences. And then also I have like my personal mentors, which are just like people who take that time to teach me things. You know, when I was interning, you know, there's probably so many people, but like anybody who took that extra time to teach me how to do it, you know, that helped a lot.
For sure. Now, considering this is a basketball show at heart, and here you're rocking an old school Sonics. I mean, let's rep the Seattle Supersonics.
I like the way Oklahoma plays. They're definitely my top three. I just love. They love each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel it, they're like those young guns. You know when you go to the park and there's those older cats who always play, and then there's the young guys who are like, yo, I'll deal with these guys. These guys, and they come and just run you off. That is who Oklahoma is. Right. You know, like, that's who they are. But then, I'm an LA fan, I guess you would say, only because Kobe.
I mean, Kobe's Kobe.
But I don't like Kobe's attitude, man.
Nah, you really?
Nah, he's not personable, yo. I like individuals, you know. But then also the way he like puts his team out there like that. Like you can't put your team out there like that at no point. Like at no point. If you're a boss at that, like Jordan was known to have slapped up a few guys in the locker room. But in the locker room. There was no cameras, you know. We're in a different day and age where anything could be on YouTube. So like that's why me and Kobe.
Okay. So your advice to Kobe Bryant right now, what would you tell him?
Honestly, there's nothing I could tell Kobe Bryant, okay? Kobe's mind state is something that I admire. You know, I think his devotion and heart is crazy, but there's nothing I could tell him, right? But, you know, be boss about it, man. Like, the same way you win and you congratulate with everybody, when everybody's down, you got to do the same thing. You know, don't put nobody under the bus. You think Bynum really wants to play for you? There's a reason you guys ain't win nothing, man. Thank God you got rid of him. So I'm just hoping, you know, as easy as that. No, for real. But Bynum had no heart. So when you downplay somebody with no heart, like, what are you really doing? You just destroyed the team. Right. You know? Right. And that's what happened. And I watched it. Right.
Yeah. And to your point, again, it wasn't done in the locker room. Exactly. It was done publicly out in the open.
Yeah, you know what that does? Especially Bynum, who's like, what, 23 maybe? His boys are talking all in his ear. He's going on Twitter. He's going crazy in the head, right? Because he's not strong mentally, right? And that's where it all went. I think it's all mind, yo. That's why I like Phil Jackson, yo. It's all in the mind, yo. Yeah. Guy was a Jedi master, yo.
Yo, you heard it from Kid Famous himself. Yo, my man.
Yo.
Shout out, respect, man.
You know what I mean?
No doubt. We're gonna have to do this again. And when you come back from your tour, we're gonna hear all them hot stories. I know you and Boogie get together. Right. Anything can go down. So
anything could go down. Make sure you check me out. Follow me on Twitter @thekidfamous. And that's it, man. You're rocking with the David Audley Show. Swell!
Whoa! You heard it first.
Mind up, unconscious. Say a bunch of nothings like mute buttons till you go crazy. Bonkers, walking with a star. Got some fresh pair of Converse. Now my Facebook, but I ain't